30-second physique update. All right, that's over. So, a little look at my training recently. It's been a little while since I've done a training update. Why? Because it's pretty much the same. I haven't changed my split in quite a bit of time. I'm still doing 2 lower, 3 upper days per week, generally with some flexibility just based on my travel schedule or based on kind of where I'm at during the week with work and everything. But wanted to show you guys a couple of movements. So belt squat, GHR, and RDL are some pretty consistently consistent motions that I've been doing as my primary movements. So adding in a couple of life things in here too. So I actually got a tattoo. So this was film of me getting tattooed by Ben. He's awesome. I got a cross on my rib, which I've wanted for quite some time. So my first tattoo, which was really exciting. And my friend Joe Sullivan was there, so he was the one filming this.
Totally okay,
and just yeah, super exciting. So felt kind of weird. It was painful, but to be honest, like I feel like if you train and you put yourself through so much pain kind of on a daily basis, it's not like that big of a deal. Anyways, so that was that. I did that a couple of weeks ago. But overall, my training has been pretty good, pretty consistent, and just been really hitting upper body pretty hard while maintaining lower body, I would say. My lower body tends to be pretty dominant in terms of just overall my physique. So this was at Elite FTS. I actually got to go train there. Been throwing in some random cardio intervals occasionally, doing some sprints occasionally. Overall, my perspective on my training is just a lot more, I'd say, balanced than it has been in the past. I train by RPE mostly. I don't go in and aim for a specific weight. I really just go in and train by how I feel, which I would not recommend for most people to do that. Pain face here on those. However, once you've been training for a while, that is a skill that you can develop. So training by RPE. And that's something that I really like to teach all of my clients is how to train by RPE. So then in the future, when you train and you don't necessarily have a coach, you can be able to modify your training day by day and go by how you feel and not be stuck to necessarily a weight or a program. So that's one benefit of being able to train by quote feel. However, it takes years. I mean, I couldn't even do that until this year. I mean, it's taken me 10 years of training to be able to kind of run my own training. I do consult with Alberto Nunez. He is my coach. But mainly what we do is kind of like Skype consults every month or two and chat about like training, chat about what's important to me and, give him kind of what I'm doing and my feedback, and then he gives me some suggestions. So it's really a really good collaboration effort, so I can have an objective perspective. And he's really pushed me in a lot of ways, both physically and mentally. And I've grown a lot working with him, so much. So wanted to show you guys here in this next clip. Sorry these videos are like not edited. I didn't realize that they weren't edited. So my friends own a donut shop. So this is Ohio Donuts. It's in Lancaster, Ohio. So what we did, it was so fun. We created our own donut and I weighed out everything. So it was really fun. We calculated the macros, and I believe, so that's my friend Sadie, and I can't remember the exact macros now, but I have it posted on my Instagram under KDN100. So we did a custom donut, and you can go to this place and get custom donuts done. So we did a peanut butter, chocolate, and marshmallow donut, and it ended up being, I think it was like 12 fat, 50 carb, and like 3 protein, I think. I can't remember exactly, but it was so fun, and I love doing like calculations like that. We actually weighed out the the dough and then the amount of oil added, so that was accurate as far as the amount of oil it absorbed. So here you'll see RDLs. Definitely been a very, very important movement for me over the past few months. I've noticed quite a bit of glute and hamstring development, having improvements, just overall doing, having a focus on these as opposed to just sumo from the floor. I tend to be very quad dominant and take over sumo with my quads, so adding in RDLs I think has been really good for my hamstring and glute development for sure. So here doing some calf raises, so definitely I don't neglect calves. I add those in twice a week usually and really focus on allowing my Achilles to disengage at the so with the contraction, focusing on the contraction, and then allowing my Achilles to disengage by resting for a bit more length of a time as opposed to just pumping them out. If you go too fast on these, you can actually just use your Achilles and not benefit with your calves at all. So here adding in some BFR, I still do BFR occasionally. So usually I add in BFR as my last movement of the day or towards the end of my training. So here, cable pull-throughs. So still do one set of 30 followed by 3 sets of 15. I do BFR cable pull-throughs, sometimes BFR hip thrusts, really depends. But I don't do a ton of BFR, but just when I want to add in a little bit more volume without using heavy loads. So here, leg press. So I've been either doing a squat motion or leg press as my main quad motion, and I do like a main quad motion and then a secondary one usually each week. So my training's been really good, just very flexible, and been consistent with my training schedule as far as just having 3 upper days and 2 lower days per week, and it's been feeling good. My recovery is really good. My body weight is sitting right around like 162 pounds, so I think this is the best my body composition has ever been at this weight. So I get a lot of questions on how I make my hard-boiled eggs if you follow me on Instagram. So cover them with water and then set the timer for 4 minutes once they are boiling. So put them on high heat. Once they're boiling, set the timer for 4 minutes. And then once 4 minutes is up, you drain them and cover them with cold water immediately. So that is how I get my soft-boiled eggs to perfection. So my good friend Joe competed this week, so was watching him. Just a quick shout out to him. He's been doing awesome and competed out in California. So such an inspiration and such an awesome guy. So anyways, so that was that. And then this weekend, my friend had a bachelorette party. So you're going to get a little view of me actually learned how to twerk, guys. Pretty excited about that. It's a requirement at the wedding, so definitely going to be doing that for my cardio from now on. So, and that's all you get. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day. I will see you guys soon with another video. Hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Peace out.